Okay guys, hopefully you're able to clear that board out. Less than 20 tries. I think you can go back if you wanted to try it again. Let's say you were struggling a little bit with it, but hopefully you're able to get through there in less than 20 tries. But let's take a look at and take some notes down real quick just to really recap what we've been doing with translations. Again, we're just focusing on translations today. Don't worry if you're having trouble remember this stuff. I will be posting a little song for you guys tomorrow to help you remember it. You're so welcome. So welcome, Class A. So, with that being said, let's say we have a problem that looks something like this. Most translation problems have a graph involved. Some don't. It just asks you to reason through what's going on. But since this is review, we're just going to jump into it like there's a graph. We have point A, which is, there's no colons or anything, so this means this is our pre-image, point A. And we're translating by the rule x plus 5, y plus 2. So first thing you're going to want to do is identify the directional components. So you want to identify the directional components. Okay? And all that is, when I'm saying directional components, I know it's a big word, but when I'm saying that, all it is taking a look at what's happening here. So I have a plus sign after my x, okay, that's my directional component, and I have a plus sign after my y. That's my directional. Now, from our original, when we went through our quick review, if we remembered, if it says x plus, that means I'm moving to the right, okay? And if it says y plus, that means I'm moving up. So I'm moving 5 to the right and 2 units up, okay? So once I've done that, then I need to translate by the equation, okay? So in this case, if I'm going 2 units to the right, I'm going to go, there is my x plus 2. Okay, if I'm going, or I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be going 5 units to the right, so I'm going to keep drawing it to here and extend that. That was plus 5. My bad. So I'm going 5 units to the right, and I'm going 2 units up. Okay, so here's my x plus 5. This would be my y plus 2, and that's where my new a prime is going to be, which is going to be at 1 over 5 up. That's my new coordinate set. So phase 3 would be, translate by the equation 3 would be identify new, or what we call the prime coordinate. Okay? And in this case, since it was A, we denote that with that little tick mark. Okay? So we identified our new A coordinate, which was at 1, 5. So the last thing I need to do, and probably the most overlooked thing, but the most crucial, would be just check my work with math. Check work with math. Okay? And how I do that is I'm just going to take my original coordinate. So I'm going to go negative 4 comma 3. I'm going to write my equation like they do with translations. My rule was x plus 5, y plus 2. And when all I'm doing when I'm checking that with math, I'm just going to take my x value and apply my x rule. So here it's negative 4 plus 5. That would be 1. Here it'd be 3 plus 2, which is 5. And since those two match up, that means I did something right, and that would be my problem. So that's your basic phase notes as we review translations, guys. Tomorrow we're going to go a little more in depth of what that looks like, but in the grand scheme of things, this is the gist of it. You guys did really great with your translations units, so I'm hoping this is a really nice toe into this whole working from home stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys nail this. You have a quizzes coming up. Again, just a hint at it, you're going to probably want to know something, or like Pac-Man came out in, I believe it was May of 1980. Pong was like the first video game. Space Invaders, Galaga, Frogger, Super Mario Brothers, all those like revolutionized gaming, but from the 80s, and they were very heavily rooted in this transformational geometry. It wasn't until we got to the games of the 90s that we started getting super creative with how we apply these mathematical principles. And then you really start seeing those games with the first person shooter showing up and the better graphics and blah blah blah. But with that being said, guys, I hope you kill it with your quizzes. That's all I have for you today. So after you're done with your quizzes, you guys are good to move on to your other subjects. Thank you for spending some time with me, and let's keep this review going and nail these out. Thank you.